All right, today we're going to be jumping back into the Bitcoin price action. As we all know, Bitcoin did have a massive dump today, and we'll get into the reason that happened and why it actually, in hindsight, should have been pretty obvious to us that we were going to go ahead and sweep that 59K level. But before we do go ahead and talk about that, I am going to be live tomorrow, so make sure you go ahead and join the stream tomorrow. I will be live from about 1 p.m. EST to whenever we feel like getting off. Going to be staying around for the FOMC meeting. Should be a lot of volatility tomorrow, especially with the price level we're at, so I think it'll be an awesome stream. Make sure to go join that if you can. That'll be tomorrow. But yeah, let's go ahead, jump into what price is doing at the time of this recording and what you're looking at on the screen here. So I got the labels of everything because this is my streaming view. So you got trading light up top, you got your DXY and S&P down below. You can see the dollar. We did break through that golden pocket to the upside. So I talked about it in the last video that maybe Bitcoin actually does correlate with the dollar. It doesn't look like this time is any different. The dollar went up, Bitcoin went down. Could have seen that coming, right? I did talk about how the dollar was bullish in my last video, and that could have been a sign that we would have gone down, but there was more reasoning to why we went down today. And like I said, I'll get into that in a second. But right now, looking at trading light here, this is the actual order books for Binance. You can see the limits being put into the market. So you see how there's like these green lines that come across here. These are buy walls. So as you can see, I talked about this in a previous video, this like 1,000 Bitcoin buy wall that had been in the market forever. Like if I zoom out here, you can see, I mean, this guy's had his wall in here for quite some time, all the way since like what is that, April 26th. I was saying that was really weird because 60,800 is not a level at all, right? I don't know what he was doing. Thought, maybe that was kind of a spoof wall for his order that he already had in the books, and that like there's no way he's going to keep that order when the price actually gets there. Well, he did. He left this order in, and you can see like big money doesn't always know what they're doing. This is someone putting in 1,000 Bitcoin long position on a blind limit that didn't have any confluences. And since there was no real confluences there, after an initial wick up, because it's a big long position, price had no continuation to the upside here, just trailed sideways for I don't know, around an hour, and then inevitably nuked back under his order, continued nuking. So this guy, I mean, I'm assuming he stopped out of his position. If not, he's underwater. This is why you don't put in blind limits. No matter how smart you think you are, no matter how much of a market maker you think you are, you're never the market maker if you're putting in limits on Binance. So that's something to take note of, right? These walls are never a guarantee. You just use them as confluences. Same thing with these walls down here. I mean, they're pretty much just betting on a psychological number, which is $60,000. That's where these limits are at. Not exactly what you want to be doing. That's kind of a gamble. But just because we have some dumb money up here does not mean that these walls are never good to use. As we can see down here, this is actually a great place to put a blind limit. That is right in the zone of single prints, right? So if we look at TradingView up on the top right here, you can see these are our two sweep levels. You can see this long right here is about 59,200. So if I pull out a line here just to mark where that is, that's right here. Okay, let me make this a little bit easier to see for you. I'm just going to make it pink. This line is just below the sweep level, which is where an institutional buyer is going to be to suck up all of that liquidity when we go through and stop out the positions. This wall is good. So that is something I want to watch. I still got about 2.5 hours to finish recording this video so I can get it out to you guys when I normally upload. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start recording the other half of this video. But for right now, I'm going to jump to when price actually does sweep this level, and let's see if these walls actually do play out how I think it will. Let's see if the sweep plays out how I think it will, and it'll be pretty cool to watch that all happen in real time. So here's that right now. Let me get back over to this view real quick. You can see on the top right, we have swept the first low, coming down here, looking to go for that second sweep level. We do have that blind limit wall right below us. Let's see if it fills how I think it will. Let's see how it plays out here. This first wall did just get filled. You can see a sell imbalance on that wall. We do see some limits coming in on Bybit, some 100 Bitcoin limit longs. Then we do have people adding to this limit long position. Now we have 438 Bitcoin being placed in there. A lot of other limits getting thrown into the market at this level. You can see smart money is stacking up in this area, trying to get into good long positions while everyone is shorting as well. You can see overall majority, we got that 3,500 Bitcoin delta short. We can see 13,000 Bitcoin being shorted over here on Binance. If we get that to a more local time frame on the 15-minute, 11,000 Bitcoin in the last 15 minutes were shorted here into these big limit walls. You can see all those shorts getting absorbed. That is bullish. We are making high volume nodes here on the footprint chart, bouncing off that point of control here locally. Is that going to be the bottom? This could be it right here. We are getting heavy imbalances now on the bullish side of things. 287 Bitcoin point of control, boosting us up in here on that 5-minute candle on Binance. You can see on Bybit we're getting those same buyer imbalances. The longs are going crazy. Open interest is going up here on Bybit, so we are seeing long step in on Bybit, whereas Binance is still shorting on the delta. So that's what you want to see. That could be the low. You can see what I'm talking about with this wall being a good limit right there at 59.2. This is a smart whale right there. He has gotten a nice Pico bottom position for now, but you know, could we come down and grab lower? Absolutely. So we'll see how it plays out. You can see Binance is now longing on the delta. Point of control is now above price, so could this act as resistance because now Binance is FOMOing in? Definitely could. So we're going to see how this kind of plays out. You can see point of control keeps moving up, which is not a bad thing, right? Every candle open, the point of control does need to continue up though. So when we open this next 5-minute candle in 2 minutes, if the point of control is not higher, then that tells you that these positions are going to be trapped. So we'll see how this plays out here. Real excited to see this all go down. Let's go ahead and jump into a 1-minute time frame on TradingView. You can see this sweep level acting as support, right? A lot of smart money has stepped in at this sweep level. They saw it close above on a very local time frame and they're going, screw it, we're in. They're opening limit long positions on this sweep level here. So this could be it, right? Let's see if the bulls can really step in here and force price up. Another thing to note is we did have this bright green vector candle off the low showing that there was a lot of volume in there. We already kind of discovered that looking at the footprint chart here on Binance, right? Tons of volume coming in on these candles. So far, so good. The buyers are forcing price up with haste. If we go jump over here to like a 5-minute candle, you can see blue vector there. That is a real good sign to see at the bottom. That being said, could this, you know, roll over and grab liquidity one more time? Yeah, I kind of expected to do that with how much volume was opened in this range. There are so many stops now behind this wick, so don't be surprised if we do roll over one more time, grab it real quick. As well as we do have FOMC tomorrow, so what could be real interesting is we come up and then roll back over, pop all those positions during FOMC hours before continuing up. That would be a very Bitcoin thing to do. Markets love to grab all the liquidity they can during FOMC, so don't be surprised if something like that does happen, right? And that would give you more confidence on like an RSI basis, because as you can see now, just looking at our RSI on a 1-hour time frame, we don't have any edge on the RSI, right? There's no bull divs or anything like that. So if we were to, you know, come up, roll over and sweep it one more time, you would probably end up getting that 1-hour bull div. So don't be surprised if something like that does play out here. Like I said, this is a bullish correction. We have now stopped out all of those longs that were in the market. We should go hunt $74,000 now. So yeah, so far so good. All right, so that was the sweep for now. Again, we might get another sweep, but I think that's enough live commentary for this video. If you do want to see more live action charting like that, make sure to hop in the stream tomorrow. I think it'll be just as exciting during the FOMC meeting, as well as we will be getting crucial information on when they are going to cut rates next, which could give us an estimate on when the market will actually top. Is it going to be this summer? Is it going to be this fall? We could potentially find that out tomorrow. Again, I will try to start the live stream around 1 p.m. EST. Interest rate numbers will then get released at 2 p.m. EST, and that Fed meeting will go live at 2:30. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that live stream tomorrow. Now I want to talk about what was the news event that happened yesterday. It's the ETF. So theoretically, that would have been really bullish, but of course we know when news is good, price go down. When news is bad, price go up. Lovely how the market works, right? And how we could have known that that was going to be a sell the news event is simply looking back at the last time we had an ETF launch, right? When Grayscale launched their ETF, it was Pico top on Bitcoin. back here in January. We then went ahead, swept all the way down to take out the liquidity from all of these poor lows in here, very similar to what we're doing now. So just to recap, this is not a bearish correction. I'm assuming it's de-risking because we have FOMC tomorrow. It's an ETF sell the news event. The dollar is going up and we have a liquidity down below. So putting all those confluences together made sense for us to go ahead and actually sweep these levels down at 59K. But yeah, it was real cool to see all that happen in real time. Can't wait to see what Bitcoin does after tomorrow, because I do expect it to start going up with haste, hunting for these highs up at 74K. So I think finally our altcoins will start going up. And just to check real quick on total 3, remember this wick is the one that I said cannot be broken. And even with Bitcoin sweeping all the way down to 59K, total 3 is holding the golden pocket. Altcoins are holding strong, looking to go on a big rally here coming up, probably after the FOMC tomorrow. So make sure to go join me for that live stream, as well as join the Discord, links in the description down below. But with that being said, subscribe if you do want more content like this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.